A heart attack strikes someone in the United States every 40 seconds. This is the shocking reality we're dealing with. This silent predator could be hiding within any one of us. Heart disease, an unseen adversary, is the leading cause of death across the globe. Unfortunately, its presence is often only noticed when it's too late. This silent predator lurks, ready to pounce without any warning. But imagine if we could identify it beforehand. What if we could spot the signals before it unleashes its wrath? That's our goal today. We're about to delve deep into the world of this silent killer, the heart attack. We aim to unearth its early symptoms, the faint signals it emits before launching a full-scale attack. These are the signs that are often overlooked, dismissed as mere discomfort or stress. But comprehending them, acknowledging them, could mean the difference between life and death for you or someone you care about. Most of us are familiar with the usual symptoms: chest pain, unease in other parts of the upper body, shortness of breath. But are you aware that some symptoms can present as early as a month before the attack? Indeed, your body could be waving red flags weeks ahead of time, specifically 7 early symptoms. In the coming 15 minutes, we will guide you through these 7 symptoms, explaining what they are, how they feel, and crucially, what steps to take if you encounter them. We're here to arm with the knowledge you need to counter this silent predator. Knowledge is power, after all, and in a matter as grave as a heart attack, this knowledge can mean the difference between life and death. So let's dive in. Let's shed light on the silent predator, reveal its early symptoms, and learn how to detect it before it has a chance to strike. Because for heart attacks, early detection is paramount. Identifying these symptoms could mean the difference between life and death. So let's prepare ourselves. Let's ready ourselves to confront the silent predator. The first symptom, uncomfortable pressure in the chest, often mistaken for indigestion. It's a sensation that can creep up on you, subtle yet persistent. Imagine a weight pressing down on your chest, a discomfort that's neither sharp nor dull, but somewhere in between. This is not the crushing pain often dramatized in movies. It's more akin to an elephant sitting on your chest, a constant, relentless pressure that can be easy to brush off as heartburn or indigestion. But here's the catch. Unlike indigestion, this pressure may not ease up with antacids or a change in body position. So, how does it differ from other types of chest discomfort? Well, angina, a condition caused by insufficient blood flow to the heart, often presents as chest pain that subsides with rest. However, the discomfort associated with a looming heart attack tends to persist despite rest. It's a discomfort that's hard to pin down, one that can come and go, sometimes even radiating to the arms, back, neck, jaw, or stomach. Why is this symptom often overlooked, you may ask? It's because we're quick to attribute it to less worrisome conditions. We think it's the spicy food we had for lunch or the extra reps we did at the gym. But it's important to remember that our body has its own language. When it sends signals like this, it's trying to tell us something, and it's our job to listen and interpret those signals correctly. Uncomfortable pressure in the chest is not a symptom to be taken lightly. It's like an alarm bell, a warning from your heart that it's under stress and needs immediate attention. It's a sign that your heart, the engine of your body, might be running out of fuel and is on the verge of stalling. So here's the takeaway. Never ignore an unusual pressure in your chest. It could be your heart sending an SOS. Listen to your body, be aware, and seek medical help when needed, because a stitch in time does indeed save 9. Scene script. Next on our list is shortness of breath, a warning sign your heart might be struggling. Imagine you're climbing a flight of stairs, something you've done 1,000 times before. But this time you're gasping for breath halfway up. Or perhaps you've just finished a brisk walk and you're panting as if you've run a marathon. If you find yourself in these situations, you may be experiencing shortness of breath, a potential early symptom of a heart attack. But what's happening inside your body to cause this? Your heart, a tireless worker, is responsible for pumping blood throughout your body, ensuring every cell receives the oxygen it needs to function. When your heart isn't getting enough oxygen itself due to blocked arteries or other issues, it struggles to maintain this essential supply chain. This lack of oxygen can cause you to feel breathless, even when doing activities that wouldn't typically tire you out. Now let's be clear. Shortness of breath can be caused by a multitude of factors, from a strenuous workout to a bout of anxiety. But if you're experiencing breathlessness that's out of proportion to your activity level, or that comes on suddenly and unexpectedly, it's critical not to dismiss it as just being out of shape or overworked. This symptom is particularly tricky because it can be so easily brushed off. Maybe you think you're just getting older, or perhaps you've put on a few pounds. But remember, your body has an innate wisdom and communicates with you through these signs. It's up to you to listen. Take note if you're feeling short of breath more frequently, especially during times of rest or light activity. It's important to pay attention to this symptom, as it's often more noticeable in the weeks leading up to a heart attack. So don't ignore these breathless moments. Reach out to a healthcare professional who can help determine the root cause and potentially catch a heart issue before it escalates. Your heart is your body's engine, and like any well-oiled machine, it requires maintenance and care. Remember, shortness of breath could be your heart crying out for help. Our third symptom is unexplained fatigue. Not just tiredness, but a deep, unrelenting exhaustion. Now, fatigue is something we all experience from time to time. Long days at work, sleepless nights, or even a grueling workout can leave us feeling wiped out. But the fatigue we're talking about here is different. It's not the kind that comes after a hard day's work or a sleepless night. It's an unexplained, persistent, and overwhelming sense of exhaustion that doesn't get better with rest. It's a fatigue that can make simple tasks seem like monumental efforts. Things like walking up a flight of stairs, carrying groceries, or even getting out of bed can feel like climbing a mountain. This is because your heart isn't able to pump enough blood to meet the needs of your body, leaving you feeling constantly tired and drained. But why does this happen? Well, your heart is like the engine of your body, supplying the fuel, in this case oxygen-rich blood, that your body needs to function. When your heart isn't working properly, it struggles to pump enough blood around your body. This lack of oxygen can leave you feeling fatigued and weak. The key difference between everyday tiredness and the fatigue associated with heart disease is its persistence. It's not just a case of feeling tired one day and bouncing back the next. It's a constant, relentless feeling of exhaustion that doesn't improve with rest. So, how do you know if your fatigue is a sign of something more serious? Well, if you're experiencing unexplained fatigue along with other symptoms like chest discomfort, shortness of breath, or dizziness, it's time to seek medical attention. Remember, your body has its own way of communicating with you. It's up to you to listen and respond to its signals. Listen to your body. If it's telling you it's exhausted without reason, it's time to pay attention. Dizziness or lightheadedness is our fourth symptom. More than just feeling faint, it's a signal something might be wrong. Now, we're not talking about the kind of dizziness that comes from standing up too quickly or spinning around in circles. This is a persistent, unexplained lightheadedness that can often feel like the room is spinning or you're about to pass out. But why does this happen? Well, it's all about blood flow. Your heart is the pump that ensures blood and the oxygen it carries gets to every part of your body. When the heart is struggling, it's unable to pump blood as effectively as it should, and this can mean less oxygen is reaching your brain. This lack of oxygen can lead to feelings of dizziness or lightheadedness as your brain struggles to operate on less fuel than it's used to. This symptom is particularly tricky because it's so common. We've all felt dizzy or lightheaded at some point, and it's easy to dismiss it as nothing serious. Maybe you're just tired or you haven't eaten enough today. But if you're experiencing persistent dizziness alongside any of our other symptoms, it's crucial not to overlook it. You see, your body is a complex system, and it's constantly sending you signals about its state of health. Dizziness or lightheadedness might be your body's way of telling you that your heart is struggling. And the sooner you listen to that message, the sooner you can take action. There's a saying in the world of medicine: time is muscle. In the context of a heart attack, this means that the longer you wait to seek help, the more damage is done to your heart muscle. Recognizing the early warning signs of a heart attack, like dizziness or lightheadedness, can be the difference between a full recovery and a lifetime of heart damage. A sudden bout of dizziness could be more than just a passing moment. It could be a warning from your heart. It's a message worth listening to. Remember, the key is to detect, not neglect. Nausea or vomiting, our fifth symptom, is often brushed off as a stomach issue, but it could be your heart. Now, this one might seem a bit out of the ordinary. When we think of heart problems, we often picture chest pain or shortness of breath, but did you know that nausea or vomiting can also be a telltale sign of a looming heart attack? Here's why. When the heart struggles to pump blood effectively, the body might respond with feelings of nausea, an upset stomach, or even lead to vomiting. The heart's reduced capacity to pump blood can cause a buildup of waste products in your body, which in turn may make you feel sick or vomit. Often these symptoms are mistaken for other conditions like food poisoning, gastric issues, or even a simple stomach bug. But here's the catch. If these symptoms are coupled with any of the other signs we've discussed, like unexplained fatigue or shortness of breath, it could be a signal from your heart. Now, it's not about becoming paranoid every time you feel a little queasy. It's about understanding the potential severity behind these symptoms. This knowledge could prove to be life-saving, especially if you or someone around you is at risk of heart disease. And why is it so often misdiagnosed? Well, primarily because nausea and vomiting are common symptoms for a wide range of conditions. As such, without considering the bigger picture of your overall health, these symptoms may not immediately raise a red flag for heart conditions. But remember, it's crucial to listen to your body and pay attention to these signals. If you're experiencing nausea or vomiting along with other symptoms like chest pain or shortness of breath, don't brush it off. Seek immediate medical attention. So the takeaway here? It's simple. Nausea and vomiting are not always just about a bad stomach or food gone wrong. It could be a sign of something far more serious. Your heart could be trying to warn you. Next time you're feeling nauseous or vomiting without a clear cause, consider it could be your heart talking. Our penultimate symptom is cold sweats. More than just being hot, it's a sign your heart could be in distress. Have you ever been in a chilly room and still found yourself breaking into a sweat? This is not your ordinary perspiration due to heat or exercise. This is a cold sweat. It can feel as though your skin is clammy or wet, despite the temperature around you. The mystery of it all is that you could be sitting comfortably, not exerting any physical effort, and yet, your body reacts as if you're running a marathon. So what's happening here? Why does your body break into a cold sweat? It's because your heart is having trouble pumping blood to your organs. This could be due to a blocked artery, which is a common cause of heart attacks. Your body responds to this distress by triggering a stress response. This response includes an increase in heart rate, a rise in blood pressure, and yes, the onset of cold sweats. Cold sweats are your body's alarm system. It's a way of saying, hey, something's not right here. And while it's true that cold sweats can occur for a variety of reasons, from stress to low blood sugar, it's critical not to overlook them. When they're combined with other symptoms we've discussed like chest discomfort, shortness of breath, unexplained fatigue, dizziness, nausea, or vomiting, they could be indicating a much more serious problem, a heart attack. Here's the thing, heart disease remains the leading cause of death worldwide. And the most tragic part is that many of these deaths could be prevented with early detection. That's why understanding these symptoms is so crucial. Your body is constantly communicating with you, and it's vital that we listen and take action when necessary. Don't dismiss cold sweats as just a random occurrence. If you're experiencing them along with any of the other symptoms we've discussed, seek medical attention immediately. Remember, the key to survival is early detection. Breaking out in a cold sweat for no apparent reason? It could be a warning sign of a heart attack. And there you have it. 7 early symptoms of a heart attack. These symptoms, often subtle and easily overlooked, could be the silent alarm bells warning you of an impending heart attack. Uncomfortable pressure, shortness of breath, unexplained fatigue, dizziness or lightheadedness, nausea or vomiting, and cold sweats. Each of these signs is a piece of the puzzle, and when put together, they could indicate a heart attack lurking around the corner. But remember, these symptoms might not always present themselves in the same order or intensity. They're sneaky like that. It's crucial to stay vigilant, listen to your body, and seek immediate medical attention if you notice these signs. We've covered a lot today, but the most important takeaway? Early detection. It's the key to giving you, your loved ones, or even a stranger, a fighting chance against this silent predator. Knowledge is power. Know the signs, save a life. It could be your own.